Hey everybody, how you doing? Jimmy Vigilante here for the Jimmy V Live food and beverage version. No guest today. This is a special alert, special warning, and this is something that you guys really got to hear. As you can see over my shoulder over here, food and beverage delivery services. This has been an Achilles heel for me ever since it started with the pandemic. And the reason why I want to sit here and speak to you about it is because what we personally witnessed. Like everyone else during the pandemic, during whatever, there a convenience happened and was created through these services for delivery from different hotels, different restaurants, and patrons. In my mind, we're all made up of the food and beverage industry, whether you're a restaurateur, whether you're an owner, whether you're a patron, doesn't matter. Okay. Restaurants, bars, we are all within the food and beverage genre here. Myself, I'm from the public health version within the food and beverage. So I get to see everything from the back of the scenes, back of the house, front of the house, all the major operations. Well, this is more of a personal thing for me, which deals with food safety and which deals with quality. Um, with these services, everyone deals with high price. You're paying a high price for this. You're paying anywhere from 15 to 25, maybe 30% on your bill for a service. Okay. What happened to us the other night, and you'll understand where I'm coming from. And I've been noticing this over the last year, and I've been waiting to the right time to speak to everybody, no matter where you live. It doesn't matter where you live because this is extremely important. Okay, we went into this local restaurant that deals with a lot of potentially hazardous foods. They deal with yogurts, they may deal with meat, they may deal with poultry. It doesn't matter what they deal with. This particular one, we went in and we go in, and of course, we went at a time when most everybody goes ahead and goes. This was a dinner time for us. We've been doing a lot of dinner out for our family. You know, we have two children, so my wife and I go out all the time. So pick up some food. And this is why I don't use the services. Not saying that they're bad. Not everyone is bad. Okay. Let me get that straight. Not every delivery service is bad. What happens is certain ones are, and it doesn't matter who they work for. It could be the individual. And I'm going to get to that point in a minute. What happened to us in the scenario make you understand very much. We went out to a place, we walked in this place, and I see someone sitting down, and they have two takeout containers of food. So I'm figuring maybe this person's here. Now, of course, we are here at about 40 minutes, so 6:40, something like that. I say about 6:30. Let's do 6:30 for argument's sake. We're sitting there at 6:30. I don't know how long this person was sitting there, and I thought it was just a regular person waiting for the food like us. We ordered, we sat on the side. We figured it's going to be a little bit of time. Mainly everybody gets angry because you're waiting. For us, this actually worked out in my favor because I got to see once again what's happening. So this person has this food, so I think it is just a regular person gonna pick up the food, take off and go when the food comes out. Person walks up, we're waiting, person walks up and says, oh, here's another order right there. And then I figured, okay, this is a delivery person. The person in the restaurant goes ahead and says, here you go, here's another order, you got to wait, it's going to be time frame. And the person even said, you sure you don't want to go and come back? No, I'm going to wait. So now this person's sitting there and waiting with the food on the table. The next order comes up, it's about 15 minutes later, still sitting there. Now just mind yourself, I don't know how long the first order was sitting there on the table. So we're still waiting. Now we're about 35 minutes into the time frame here, and the third order comes up and says, I'm going to take the order. Okay. So the person takes the order. Now, here we go with the drinks are brought over. So everything's sitting there. Now, okay, we have an issue of food safety. Not yet. We mainly have an issue of quality. Remember, you're paying for a service. Okay. This person's sitting there. So the person says, I'll be right back. I'm going to bring this food into my car. So the person brings the food into the car, comes back, sits down, and says, oh, another order went in. Now we're at 45 minutes. Our food's about to come in. We get our food. That order actually comes to the person who's the driver, takes the food, walks out in front of us, goes, sits in the car. We walk by the car. We took a glance in the car. There's no heat bags. There's no refrigeration units. There's nothing. Okay. The person puts their hands in the bag and starts shuffling with the bag. Okay. When the restaurant closed it and gave it to them. Okay. Now what's going on here? We have an issue with food safety. We have an issue with quality. To me, this is terrible. Okay. I am not a fan of it because I don't know where the food is going. There are companies out there that definitely do the right thing. My main message to you is when you call up and you ask these individuals that want to deliver to you, do you have any food or beverage safety training? Okay. You're paying for the service. Why not have a service where they go ahead and they are trained in food safety, beverage safety? We don't know if they're going to contaminate the packages, and not all of them are bad because I've seen good and you see bad. There's bad apples in every industry. Okay. But I've been witnessing this a lot. Over here, we're in Las Vegas, and there's a new company out there that's developing with business owners. Okay. And the business owners are going ahead and creating their own delivery company. And that's fine. I have no problem with that. Just make sure they're trained. Okay. Trained and educated in food and beverage safety goes a long way. I get a lot of questions and say, well, where does the liability end? Okay. Depending on where you lived, different jurisdictions have different rules and regulations. Over here, basically, when the order is ordered to the restaurant gives it, you pick it up for delivery. That's where that ends. But the delivery people are actually going ahead, moving forward, and take the responsibility of the delivery. They're not monitored. Okay. Nobody monitors them. They're not required to have health cards. They're not required under any rules and regulations but driving. So we don't know how they're driving the food. We don't know if the food is being protected. They don't even have bags of heat, most of them, okay, to keep, like, you ever get a pizza delivered? Now, what happens also when there's something late? Who do you call? You call the restaurant you ordered, right? Now, the restaurant you ordered said, well, it left hot, okay, but there's no managing of that issue. They don't have, not many take records of that, okay? Remember, you are paying for a service. So what happens, okay? Could it be that person who's delivering it to you is one of those services to come up, ring the bell, and we're gone? So they don't want to hear the complaints that the food was old. They don't want to hear the complaints that my drink that I ordered with ice is now watered down. It's not even a soda. Buyer beware. Be careful. Okay. Which goes to me, and it's kind of a rant, but it's definitely a food safety issue. And what I want to, tell you guys, something is important, because you could always call Jimmy V. Okay, right here is my company. I do the training on these aspects of food and beverage safety for drivers, delivery drivers, whether you're on the restaurant end, the responsibility end, the driver's end. Don't be afraid to pick up the phone and call me, because I have no problem training you. I do it nationwide. I actually can do it virtually if necessary in different states. I've done it. I have no issue with it. It'll give you a peace of mind. You can sit there and say, hey, our delivery drivers are trained and educated. Anyone out there who has these kinds of companies, don't be afraid to call me. I'll help you. I want to give back to this industry because this industry is great. I love the food and beverage industry, and just remember, the patrons are our food and beverage industry as well. Now, if you guys actually like my videos, please go subscribe, hit the bell. I'm going to be doing a lot of these little hit and misses for you guys here and there. I also want to make sure that you guys understand the importance of different things. You can see there, and if you're watching on YouTube, go hit the bell. Subscribe to us, because I do Sports Nucleus, I do the Supernatural show coming up, and I definitely do food and beverage. But I just want you guys to understand that it's extremely important that you guys look at this, because it's a factor that we have to make sure that we're giving our food. Remember, this is our family. We're actually offering this food to our family, and that's why we pick it up. And not every delivery company is bad. Let me get that straight. There are to do the right things. And there are some that claim that they go ahead and they do train the people. I don't know. I haven't seen that part of it, but I know I do train the people. So with that said, thank you very much for taking your time. I really appreciate you guys listening to me in this important message to you. I'll give you more. Our next show is Sports Nucleus next Monday. I'll be sending out you guys the information. Thank you very much for your time. Jimmy V. Bye-bye.